Greetings, YouTube. This is originally Dre. Hold on, let me let you see my face. You know what I'm saying? So you know who I am. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me your time. Peace to the guys and goddesses. Even if you don't know, I see the God and goddess in you. All right, let's get to the point. On my last video, speaking about submitting paperwork to withdraw from the Social Security program. And in that meantime, after I got my first correspondence back, I started on, let's see here, keep in mind when to share this date. Focus on. Here we go. Anyway, the date is 7/13/2020. This is the date I submitted my application. I did use the expedited service. And I sent the application off. All was well. I went through all the steps to avoid the minimal contacts I thought until January 11th, 2021, I received the correspondence from the United States Department Western Passport Center. And they said, Mr. Bradford, thank you for your passport application. It appears from the facts of your birth and documents you submitted, you are a U.S. citizen entitled to a U.S. passport in accordance with the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States, a supreme law of our land. It cannot be waived by unilateral declaration except otherwise provided by law. The statutes governing the issuance of the U.S. passports require the passport to be issued only after the applicant has completed an unaltered application and subscribed to it in a manner provided by regulations. Therefore, you cannot be issued a passport unless you submit an unaltered application. Upon receipt of the appropriate passport application, a U.S. passport would be issued stating you are a U.S. citizen. And pretty much they asked me to return an unaltered application, which is cool. And they also mentioned in there, if you didn't catch unilateral contracts, so that was really important for me. I had to go back to the drawing board. And what I did, every document that was theirs, I try to avoid minimum contacts. And when I mean minimum contacts, I mean your driver's license, your state ID, your social security card, anything connecting you to those agencies. They basically either one, you either giving up your rights and your property. So yeah, it's a little quick episode. We just seen those words. Person, if you look in the law dictionary, it tells you that person's an entity, a corporation. The root word of corporation is corpse, dead. Citizen, subject. And that's just keep in mind, they put in this 14th Amendment real quick. They say laws, and then they throw in privileges and immunities, which are all different things. So yeah, this is all a part of what the empresses would call the hijack. Okay. It's correspondence from these guys. Okay, so what I did, I went back to the drawing board. I created my own letter of reply to attach with my explanatory statement. I'm not gonna really get into that. If you all have questions, I just gave instructions. All of my documents, my personal documents also I want to know too. Then I pretty much paid for them. I embossed them. Autograph, no signatures, no signs of nature. Autographs consist of a part of autonomy, and you see right here, thumbprint. The purple for the king. For royalty. So that's where the unilateral came in too also, which is really important. I had this notarized. When you get a document notarized, it becomes a bilateral contract and the Secretary of State, and anyone under the Secretary of your state, my state, has authority once you get a document notarized, making it a bilateral contract, which a document that holds up. So what I'm fighting for is to basically, like I said, to avoid any type of trap jurisdiction to put me uh, anywhere in their jurisdiction. Period. That's what we're trying to do is free ourselves. And see, this is my application. If you notice, just go over there real quick. This is what I turned in. The nation of Indiana. If you notice, see, I did actually enter all zeros in for my Social Security. I use an out of international address from a good friend. Like I said, we want to stay out of all that jurisdiction, as you notice too. Also, let me go back real quick before I start that. I went to the clerk. We have to learn we got to read and delve and read and read and read. I can never say too much. Read. We have the right to go to the clerk, the U.S. Post Office. There are trained agents to create U.S. citizens. And I don't know if you've heard this before. I don't know how awake or how far you have delved in these studies and see the true freedom. I use my codes. So once again, this is their document. I didn't emboss it or use any autograph. I just printed my name with a witness there, so it's cool. Like I said, they couldn't use a driver's license. I created my own ID too. If you have any questions about that, you can also leave comments. That's what this is all about. All right, actually, here we go. Affidavit of identity. You see that? It was notarized. Submitted that. Embossed also. Purple for Royal. End of the passport application, the second page. We also going to, everywhere this is U.S. citizen, of course, we check no. For our parents, if you have a spouse, for yourself. And I also entered it behind my name a code. As a state citizen, if anything, I'm subject to the state I was born into, the nation of Indiana, or the words I better like to use is private American national, USA national, according to 8 USC 1101 A21. This goes on and on. Let's say, we see no on the U.S. citizen, no. And I came down to my domicile. You can always put in Fifth Amendment. If you don't, the less information you share is better. And then see for my permanent address, the tricks and the traps. See my domicile, I have no permanent address. We under the Creator. Some call him the Most High, whatever you like. But my domicile, if anything, is the whole entire planet. Everything under the heavens we can't see in the skies, other than the heaven on earth. And I did submit a passport before, and this is my correction. I used the DS11. I did not divert or use any of the other forms in correcting my nationality, basically. So, okay. And this is, okay, let's keep going. I'm sorry. Also, when a lot of people tell you, or gurus tell you, not to attach an explanatory statement. Excuse me, good grief. You're going to get this one time. Okay. This was my statement, and I did attach it, and they did accept it. And I embossed my thumbprint, my stamp right here. I used gold for the King's Attic. This thumbprint. The second page. Thumbprint. Autograph. There you go. Use this gold because it shows really well. Okay. So last but not least, finally got a call from an agent. I think his name was Michael. I'm going to post another video just with the audio so you can hear it yourself. Remember, we said I send that application off on November 13th.